Tatchell and the Fox News contributor Tomi Lahren. Well, welcome, a stellar panel, I've got to say, for this. All right, Tomi Lahren, let me start with you, because there's been a big burning issue in America now, raging away for quite some time. It's one of the reasons I think that Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, has seen such surging popularity, potentially heading him to the White House in this battle over what you can teach at school with young people in relation to this kind of thing. What is your view?
Listen, we do not need to be teaching this radical LGBT grooming agenda in schools.
Perfect.
It's one thing if parents want to do that on their own time. That is a parent's right to do that, with some exceptions, of course. But to bring this in and bake this into a public school curriculum is wrong.
Perfect.
And meanwhile, Chinese students are learning quantum physics.
This is why Asians are smarter than you. These Chinese students begin their day at 6:30 and immediately start studying. After a 3-hour morning review session, the whole school is forced to work out to stimulate their brains. Then students go back to studying, which includes classes, practice tests, and self-reviews, until they finally get a 30-minute lunch break. Luckily, lunch is a healthy meal provided by the school. Afterwards, everyone must take a mandatory afternoon nap. Then it's back to studying for 4 more hours. You tired yet? Thankfully, students get a slightly longer dinner break of 1 hour. But soon, it's time for night class. They study for 2 more hours until they can finally sleep. These students live at the school from Monday to Saturday and only get a day to see their parents. In total, they study for 10 hours per day, 6 days per week.
And we've got our students learning how to twerk from drag queens. It's not going to end well.
Meanwhile, in our universe.
Jesus Christ.
Perfect. 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 Perfect.
Sensational.
Introducing this to a group of individuals, especially to young kids who have no business learning any of this sexually explicit material. This is not about being anti-gay, or as the incorrectly labeled Ron DeSantis' bill, don't say gay. This is about keeping this out of the classroom because it does not belong there. This is a grooming agenda.
Perfect.
It is extreme. It is explicit.
Perfect.
It does not
Perfect.
belong in front of young children at their school. They should be learning reading, writing, and arithmetic, not this film.
Amazing.
Right, but I think you've made your position quite clear there, Ms. Lahren. I imagine, Peter Tatchell, you agree with every word of that?
Well, here in Britain, we know from research that nearly half of all lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender pupils in our schools have been bullied.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. Gay.
Bullied, teased, sometimes subjected to physical violence, simply because of their sexuality or their gender identity. So this education in British schools is designed to combat bullying and to promote understanding and acceptance. None of the teaching in British schools is sexually explicit, nor is any of the material in United States schools. It is all about promoting understanding and tolerance. So what's just been said is a complete misrepresentation of the teaching, and I think that any parent would want their child to be brought up in a school where understanding and acceptance of difference. Shut the up.
Okay, here's what I would say to that, Peter. I don't disagree with some of what you just said. I think the issue here is age. I've got 4 kids. You've all gone through, obviously, all this. I just think the idea that at 4, any child should be exposed to anything like this is ridiculous. I really do. They're just nowhere near old enough to understand or even begin to understand any of the stuff that is being taught in this way. So although this woman in this court case did this on religious grounds, She's a Catholic, and this is what her, she believes her religion has taught her to believe. That's one debate. But actually, the wider debate for me is what age should we be teaching kids about things like gender identity? And should they be compelled to go on pride parades and so on at the age of 4? I don't think so.
Perfect. As a Muslim, why are you in the Christian country and not the Christians are in a Muslim country which is, has a prosperity?
Do you believe England's a Christian country?
Oh yes, it has a big, huge history.
So this country in England, Darwinian evolution is directly against Christianity. Yet we teach our children in school as a fact this is true. In England, you can be gender fluid, change transgenders. In England, homosexuality, men can marry men. What type of Christian country allows men marrying men? What kind of Christian country allows this? What kind of Christian country teaches our children that we evolved from common ancestors and we weren't created by God? So let's establish one thing. England is not a Christian country. Perfect. England is a secular democracy. One of the British values is freedom of religion. Mm-hmm. Now, I'll ask you a question. What are you doing in my country? I'm English.
Nobody needs you to advocate for how difficult it is to use gender-neutral pronouns. Nobody said that the gender binary was f***ing easy. These are not my preferred pronouns. These are my pronouns. You will use them.
No.
Or you will not refer to me. At all.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
If you misgender me by mistake, fix it.
No.
I don't need your elaborate apology. I don't care how many times you say sorry. Just don't do it again.
No.
I get it. The discussion of the gender spectrum confuses you, and that's fine. But if you don't know anything about it, don't f***ing speak on it.
Women, shut the up.
Perfect.
And you might find a man who loves you.
What are your preferred pronouns? They, them.
Hey, shut the hell up. Hey,
Shut the hell up.
Oh, I've never heard those before. What are they? They're what's known as neopronouns. What are neopronouns? They're basically your own custom pronouns. When no other pronouns seem to fit, you come up with your own pronouns. Anything can really be a pronoun.
Stop it.
Oh, how do I use them? It depends on the person and their pronouns. They, them follows a similar spelling to they and them, and even similar grammar rules like there and there. So they, them, themself, theirs, things like that.
So, with respect to that, I took my son, 5 years old, off of life support, who died from blood cancer. I am Caesar, Julius Caesar of Rome, the emperor. I am also a female. Does anybody here believe that I am Julius Caesar? Anybody believe that? No? Of course not. It's ridiculous. I'm not Caesar. I'm not a woman either. I'm here as a father who loves his children, who loves his country. And I'm here to talk about this duty of a school board and the Department of Education. Your duty is to act in the best interest of children. It is to teach truth, not lies, facts, not fiction, biology, not a social agenda. As taxpayers, we deserve to have our children taught what we pay for, and it's not anyone's social agenda, whether it be right or left. It's about the children. It's about the children. And that's what we all love, and these children that are born into our custody, we have a duty to protect them. And we have a duty to nurture them to their own self-actualization when they can declare whatever sexuality they want to be. And we will love them, no matter what it be. Doesn't matter. But engaging and facilitating gender confusion, gender dysphoria, is developmentally injurious to the mental and emotional capacities of children, especially elementary school students. So I'm here to call for the suspension of Murphy and the suspension of Principal Gallo for facilitating gender confusion and gender dysphoria in the McChristoff McAuliffe Elementary School. I'd also like you to resign your seat for facilitating it as well.
Get ready for this one.
Do you identify as black? No, it's a serious question because you might not identify.
Nah, he identifies as a purple Teletubby. And by the look of his face, he identifies you as a moron.
Perfect. Can you please put the mic? Thank you. Okay.
When I walked into the room,
I'm not done with my question.
And now he identifies you as a candidate for Prozac.
Hey, young lady.
I'm just asking you to listen to me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm black.
What's happening to these kids?
You know what's fucked up?
America.
Perfect.